Hello everyone, welcome to Breakout tutorials for Metaverse. Okay, so what we're going to do today is we're gonna create a math wizard thing experience. Okay, so I've already made a prototype. I've tested out. So this is the tab math prototype. Always look for this one. So this is the experience that I've made. This will be our guide. Okay, so we'll go through each of the blocks and scenes that I've made. Okay, so first things first, we're gonna create a new experience. There we go. Then we're gonna change the title to Breakout Math Wizard. Okay, so from time to time I'm gonna be switching from tabs, so just look for this one. Okay, and this one is our guide. Okay, so first scene, we're gonna change the character. I have uploaded some pictures of wizards and anything, so you can upload yours too. So easy and simple, just click the new. Okay, so let's click this one, the dragon, and then let's go to the guide. Just Control A, Control C. Okay, so I will just be pasting it here. Control V. Okay, so what I did just right is chosen math wizard. A magical dragon is destroying our village. Help save the village and slay the dragon. Before you can attack the dragon, harvest some energy to penetrate his magical force field. Okay, so let's just pretend this dragon is a magical force field. Okay, so first gonna add action button, this right here, go, then transition to scene. The next scene is we're gonna add a character scene, another character scene. Transition to scene 2. Okay, scene 2. For the scene 2, we're gonna use this picture. Okay, a wizard like is on the cliff thinking, or I don't know. Okay, so what do you want? Oh, first I forgot, you need to set user property. Sorry. Okay, so just gonna move it to the side here. Gonna add new, then we're gonna use the block user properties. Okay, so we're gonna find set user property, okay, here, set user property. Okay, so the name of this property, the key I mean, is dragon HP. Okay, so the value is 100. I'm gonna tell you later when we set things up why it's 100, or you can just change it whatever you like. Okay, so we're gonna link it here. Transition to block, then select block, set user property. Okay, now we have set the user property. We're gonna transition this to scene 2. Okay, this is what we should do. Okay, and then on our scene 2, we're gonna add 3 action buttons. For the first button, we're gonna attack the dragon. Second is harvest energy. Okay, so wizards, they use energy, you need to do that. Okay, so the last button, we're gonna use exit. This will end our experience if you decided not to play. Okay, for the saying, I'm gonna ask, what do you want to do? Okay, so let's work on the harvest energy first. Okay, on this leg, harvest energy. Okay, so harvest energy, what did I do? Okay, just set user property. Okay, so we're gonna set another user property. Okay, there it is. So you should remember there are two user properties that we're going to use. So first user property is the dragon HP. This is the life of the dragon. If you want it to be difficult, you can just make 5, add numbers here. And then the set user property, this one is the what we call the energy. Okay, then our value is 0 because we start with 0 energy. Okay, so if you attack the dragon, you need an energy. Okay, so it's 0, you have to earn it. Okay, so harvest energy. Let's transition this to block, set the second user property. Okay, there it is. And then let's check our guide. Okay, so I set the user and made this one. Okay, so need to add new scene. This is a character scene. We're gonna change the character into some old wizard. Okay, all wizards are old. How about this one? Okay, so it's gonna say to harvest energy. Okay, it's Control A, Control C. We're gonna paste here. To harvest energy, one must first answer mathematical questions. Okay, so this is the twist now. That's why it's called Math Wizard. Okay, so set user property. We transition it to scene number 3. This is scene number 3. Okay, so it has 2 action buttons. So we're gonna add 2 action buttons. For the first one is go, and the other one is back. So back, we're gonna transition this to scene number 2. It's like the main page. Okay, so we had scene number 2 here. Okay, then we click here go. We transition this into a block. Okay, so this is the block. Transition to block, new block. So we're gonna use another user properties block. So first is, let me see, it's clear time gate. I'm sorry, we're gonna use time controls. Okay, it's in time controls, clear time gate. Okay, so this is going to clear the time gate because we're going to add time controls for each questions. Okay, so the name of the gate will be questions. Okay, we'll go transition to block, clear time gate. Okay, so then we're gonna add set time gate. Okay, add new, we set the time gate. Since math involves also critical thinking, so it also involves the speed of the mind. So when the person or the student answers, it should be fast. Okay, so that's why we need to add this clear time gate and set time gate. Okay, so this is a loop, so every time they go to this page, it's gonna clear this set time gate. So our time gate will be for 10 seconds. Oh, that's too much, I guess. Let's just, oh yes, let's just try 10 seconds. Okay, so the name should be consistent. Our time gate is questions, so I'm gonna set this as questions also, the name questions there. Then it's 10 seconds. So once the experience reaches here, it's gonna count down into 10 seconds, and then okay, so we're gonna transition it first, transition to block, set time gate. Okay, then we're gonna use a simple probability block. Okay, just add new probability block. It's gonna be clearer later on why there's so many blocks there. Okay, so set time gate, transition to block, then simple probability. Okay, so I've chosen simple probability because we have to make a question. Okay, so it's set as 50%, so on success and on fail. Okay, so for the first, we're gonna transition this into new scene. This is the input scene, text input scene. Okay, this here. Scene 4. Okay, this is our guide. Let's just copy this one, Control A, Control C. Okay, so this is the math questions now. Okay, so 78 times 9 equals to, so this is what they're going to answer. So this one is going to clear the time, previous time, and then this one is going to set the time gate. So after this pass, we'll just automatically go here, then countdown of 10 seconds starts, so you need to answer it on time. Okay, so let's just add another request. Wait, let's just add a text response. Okay, where is it? Strings, then response equals. Okay, this block here I'm gonna put there, then we're gonna link it. I'm sorry, link to block, transition to block, then response equals. So the answer is 72 if I'm not mistaken. There we have it, 72. Okay, I mean 702. Okay, so the response that they will be checking is 702. So that's the correct answer. If they answered it wrong, we're gonna add a new scene here, character scene. Let's place it below here, change the character into this one. Wrong answer. Then it's gonna transition to scene. What scene was that? Scene 3. Okay, oops, transition here, transition to scene number 3. Okay, I'm gonna check the link again. There's no line on it. Scene 5. Okay, there's a line. It's just gonna loop back, so that's why we need to clear time gate if you answered it wrong. Then we clear the time, then we're gonna set the time again, and then we choose a question. Okay, let's just move it below for the second question later. Okay, so the answer is 702. If the participant answered 702, then he is correct, so we're gonna put a character scene. We're gonna change the character scene into, let's see, the guide. Response equals, oh wait, I forgot to tell you, they need to check the time gate first. Okay, so there are 2 blocks to be added here. Let's just put this aside. Scene number 6, go here, we check on the time controls, block, check time gate. Okay, we need to check the time if you answered it in less than 10 seconds or after 10 seconds. Okay, so it's gonna check the time that we set here. If you want to make it longer, so you can just change the duration of the time. If you want to make it more difficult, you can put 5 seconds or 3 seconds. Okay, then the name should be consistent. So our gate was questions, then he will check what kind of gate. It's questions. Okay, so if it is still active, it means it's below 10 seconds. So we're going to transition this into a block. Then we're gonna add new first. So this block is a user properties. Okay, here. And then we are going to increment property by value. Okay, increment user property by value. Let's check our guide. Yes, that's correct. Okay, so check time gate and then increment property value. Okay, so response is equals to, then let's go to scene, to block. Check time gate. Okay, so it's gonna check. If it was correct, it's gonna check, did you make it or did you not make it in time? Okay, so this is the block that is going to check the time gate, Okay, so if it was after 10 seconds, we're gonna transition this into a new scene, character scene. Then the scene will be too slow. We gotta place it here. Too slow. So it's just like the same, just one. Just gonna add action button, and this will lead to scene number 3. Okay, so click at it, transition to scene number 3. This is scene number 3, the main page, the question page. Okay, if they will ask question, I'm gonna click it again. You can see the line, transition to scene 7. Okay, there's the line. So if not, it goes to the wrong answer, and then too slow. Then if they make it on time, I'm gonna transition this to block. This is increment user property by value. This time we're going to add the energy. Okay, so I'm gonna type energy. This is the key, so it should be the same with this one, set user property. Okay, so it's energy. So now you're gonna have the energy to attack the dragon. So I'm gonna put here 10 points. Okay, so you can also write 2 or any numbers you like. Depends on your game if you want to make it longer or difficult. Then we're going to transition this to scene number 6. Okay, this one. Then we're going to change the picture, the character, into the energy. Okay, wizard energy. Did I make it right? Okay. Now have here, you have energy. You can attack the dragon now. So this time you can attack the dragon. Wait, where should we put this one? I'm thinking we should put it in scene 2. Okay, so scene number 2, transition to scene number 2. Okay, that's it. So for our second question, as I have made you a while ago, if you can still remember, this is a simple probability. So this is the first leg. Second leg is we're gonna transition this into new scene. Then we're gonna add text input scene. Okay, so put it here below. I'm gonna change the picture. There is a thinking wizard. I'm gonna connect this one. Scene 8. Link. Okay, it's linked. Then for another question, second question, so it's a bit harder. Control A, Control C. 91 times 12. Okay, so with this probability, it's either you're gonna get this question or this one. Okay, then we're gonna follow these 3 steps here, or we can follow just this one step here. Okay, I'll show it to you. Okay, so it's not yet linked. This is the end experience, so we're gonna place it here. Then we're gonna link this to a block to check the answer. New block. There's strings response equals. Okay, so where is the block? Here. Place it here. Transition to block. Response equals. Okay, now they're linked. So the answer is 1092. Okay, so 1092. Response equals. Okay, so we can just make like this one. So check time gate, and then increment user property. So if you answer it correctly, it will go to a block. Check time gate. It's gonna check the time. If it is still active, means you have not passed 10 seconds, or whichever time you set it. And if you answered it wrong, it's gonna go to scene. It's gonna go automatically to scene 5. Okay, this is it. Wrong answer. Okay. Okay, so I'm just gonna show you this one. So for our, I'm gonna zoom out. That's too far. Okay. I have downloaded this app. It's in, I forgot the name. It's Epic Pencil. Epic Pen, I mean. This will help us. I'm gonna show you. Okay, so this is our character scene. This is the question 1. And then if you want to ask questions, it goes here to clear the time gate. Clear here first, and then we set the time gate 10 seconds or any number you like. Then we go to simple probability. Okay, so the first leg and the second leg. For the first leg, you can add a question here, and then the response should be equals like that. But if your answer was wrong, it's gonna go below here. Wait, yes, below here. Wrong answer. But if you answer it right, it's gonna check the time. If the time is if you didn't make it before, after, if you answered, after 10 seconds, it's gonna go below. Okay, wait, okay, so let's just erase this all. Okay, so if you want to add more questions, you can add another simple probability here. For this experience, I'm gonna make 2 sets of questions. Okay, so the time will not take too long. Close it for I'm gonna close it first, then we're gonna reset. Okay, I'm gonna add another block here. Probability. Okay, simple probability. Here, we're gonna drag it all the way here. Okay, so you can change this one if you want to add another question. That's gonna be 3 questions. Okay, so the second leg of simple probability, you're gonna transition it to block. Then you're gonna set it here to simple probability. Gonna link it like that. And then what it does is it goes here. So 50% of chances you're gonna get this, and then you're gonna get another, so this is the 100% of this is 50, so it's 25%. If you change this to 5, and then this one is 5 also, 5%, so this chance here is 25% you're gonna get this question, and 25% if you're gonna get another question. So let's just change this to 25, 0.25. I hope you're not confused. This one, we stay this at 50 because they are in half. Okay, so transition to scene number 8. Okay, so we're gonna add new question. So text input. Just gonna add some easy questions here. Okay, we just placed here, and then we'll link this one. Transition to scene number 9. Okay, for scene number 9, we're gonna ask question like 9 times 5, very easy, equals, okay. Then we're gonna add new, just like the one up there. Transition to strings response equals, okay. Drag it higher down below. Okay, so response equals, so the answer is 45. I'm gonna link this first. Transition to block, response equals, okay. So that's it. We have another questions. Now there are 3. If you want to add another questions, if you want to make lots of questions, you can just do this, unlink this one, then add another simple probability, then just like this one, and then after this one, for the response equals, if it was correct, it's gonna go to a block. I'm gonna connect it here. Check time gate. Check time gate if active. There. So all questions after the response equals, if it was equal, it's gonna go here, and then automatically it will go to it. So we'll check them, and then if yes, then add increment user property value. Okay, so if it was not the right answer, it will go to C number 5. Okay, click this one, transition to C number 5. Okay, so there we have it. Then this one is left unchanged. You have energy, so your energy is by 10 points, so you can write here you have 10 energy points. So the dragon, the one that we set, the dragon HP, has 100 points. Okay, so we're gonna tackle that later in the attack dragon leg. So this is how you harvest energy. So the students are going to we ask a question with simple probability, then they are timed. So if you want to make it harder, just adjust the time here, and then they are being checked. If they satisfy all equations or criterias, they're gonna have a 10 energy points. Okay, so our harvest energy leg is done. Again, if you just want to add another question, simply click this last simple probability, then you change this any leg here, change it to transition block, and then okay, I'm gonna show you this add here. I'm gonna show you before we head to the attack leg. Okay, so I'm gonna show you again. Okay, so probability, simple probability. Okay, so here, let's move it here. And then, oops, I'm gonna click here. I'm gonna zoom out a bit, just a little more. Okay, so if you wanted to add another question, so I'm gonna use the epic pen here. Okay, so if you want to add another question, just click this simple probability here, then the first leg of course is gonna go here, and then the next leg, if it was success, just pick any success or fail. The fail should not be connected here anymore, but instead it's gonna connect to the simple probability here, and then so you have now 2 legs. Okay, so you just connect the leg success or any success or fail, I mean, so just connect it here, any leg would do. And for this one, I'm gonna add another text input scene here, just like this one, with different questions, additional questions. Then you're gonna link this one again to response equals block. And then if the response is okay, or if equals, if it met the criteria, you're just gonna link it here to this block, check time gate. And then if it did not, it's gonna link below. I'm gonna link it to C number 8. It's wrong answer, I mean C number 5. Yes, C number 5. It is, I check it here, gonna connect it here. Wrong answer. Okay, I hope you get that one right. Okay, so we're gonna delete that, hide this one, then we're gonna go to reset. Gonna delete that since I'm not gonna be adding additional questions. Okay, so that's it. It's done. You have energy, then you go back here to this main page. Okay, so this time it's gonna tackle this one, the attack dragon. Attack the dragon. So first off, we're gonna add new. Wait, let's check the guide. Attack dragon. Sorry, you're gonna add new block. Check user property, its energy. Okay, so first we're gonna check your energy. Okay, so user properties. Check user property. There, check user property. Let's find it here. Okay, I'm gonna drag it here. Attack the dragon. Transition this to block. Then the last, check user property. Okay, now, so what property we're going to check first? We're going to check your energy. Wait, why is this blank? C number 3. Okay, so the one that we're going to check is your energy, if you earned a point here or not. Okay, so I'm gonna change the name energy, the one that we set here, energy, this one energy. Okay, so they're consistent. So we're gonna check if it is not equal to 0. If it is equal to 0, it's gonna go to failure. So we're gonna put a new scene here, character scene. It's gonna tell us that you don't have enough energy. Okay, so let's just drag it. Gonna drag it here below. Okay, check user property. On failure, gonna go to scene number 10. There, gonna change the picture. The picture will be this one. Okay, wizard. Not enough energy. Not enough energy. So that means you should go back to this page, scene number 2. Transition to scene number 2. Okay, so it's gonna ask you again what to do. Not enough energy. But if it was checked that you gained a point here, you're gonna go to, let's see here, decrement user property by value. We're gonna decrement your energy. Every time you attack the dragon, you lose an energy. Okay, then go to user properties here, decrement user property here, decrement user property by value. Okay, just drag it here. What are we going to decrement? It's your energy, so we're gonna write here energy. So how much your attack will be, or how much your energy cost per attack, it depends on your value. So this time we're gonna write here 5. Okay, so you gain 10 points for your energy here below, if you can still remember. Here, increment user property energy, you earned 10 if you get it right, if you get the right answer. And then you're gonna decrement 5. So that means you can attack the dragon twice for one question that you got. Then 5, you need to finish this property 100. So if you want the dragon to die right away, you can just put 10. But if you want to make it more challenging, just add 0. Okay, so that's how it goes. Okay, so check user property on transition, then go to transition to block, decrement user property. Okay, then we're gonna add another block. Let's check decrement user property. Okay, decrement user property. This time this will be the HP of the dragon, hit points of the dragon. So you need to transition this to block, then decrement user property. Okay, so for this one, the key is energy. Here we're gonna write here dragon, dragon HP. Okay, this is the one that we first set there, dragon HP. The same here, decrement. So you will decide how much your attack will damage the dragon. So if you want it to move faster, you can add 100, then that's 1 hit. If you add 10, of course that's 5 hits. Okay, so we're just gonna put a value also 5, or let's just add 10. Okay, depends on you. Then we're gonna transition this to another block. This is the user property. Okay, add block, check user property. Okay, then we're gonna drag it here to make it in order. Okay, so we're gonna link it first. Check user property. Okay, so this block here, this is the dragon HP. Dragon HP. It's gonna check if, because this scene is gonna loop and loop until you reach 0, until you zero this one out. Wait, the link is gone here. I'm gonna check scene to link. Okay, so we link this one to 100. We set the value, so it's gonna check if how much value is left in that property, the dragon HP. If it is equal to 0, that means you have killed the dragon. Okay, so we're gonna transition that into a new scene. Let's say character scene. Okay, gonna move the scene here. Gonna check tab if I'm on the right route. Okay, it's correct. So if it was 0, we're gonna transition that to scene number 11. This scene, we're gonna change the picture of a slayed dragon here, dragon slay. So what did he wrote? You killed dragon, here is your reward. You killed the dragon, wise Matt wizard. Take this as your reward. Okay, the reward is a give item scene. Okay, so if you were successful in beating the dragon, I'm gonna add here give item scene. Put it here. Then we're gonna link this one. Transition to scene, select scene 12. Then what item? I've uploaded this one, math badge minus plus times equals, something like that, or anything you like. This will go to the inventory of the users or the participants, or for example, if this was your students, you can check on them. If they have this one in their inventory, that means they answered this experience, they were able to we were fast enough to answer here the questions and slay the dragon. But of course it's gonna take time, so going back here, check user property. If it was your first attack or you have not reached hundreds of attacks or 10 attacks, since we set it to 10, 105, okay, 5 attacks, am I right? No, it's 10 attacks. Okay, so if you have not reached 10 attacks yet, that means you're a failure on the 0 here, so it's gonna transition to scene, new scene, character scene. This scene will tell us that your attack was a success. I'm gonna place it here. Okay, gonna link it again, transition to scene number, oh wait, check, click this user property. On failure, gonna link to scene number 13. Okay, there it's linked. I'm gonna change the picture to, where's that? Okay, this one, wizard attack. Then it's gonna say Control A, Control C. Then we paste it here. You have penetrated through this magical force field. The attack was a success. Get more energy. Okay, get more energy and attack the dragon until you kill it. Okay, so it's just going to loop back. Wait, what scene should loop this back? Loop scene number 2. Okay, I'm gonna loop this one to scene number 2. Scene 2. Okay, there we have it. Now the attack dragon leg is a little bit simple. It's just 4 blocks. Check the user property. We minus the property, user property. We minus also the dragon's HP. This one for the energy, this one for the HP. Then we check again if the HP of the dragon is 0 or not. If you have reached 0, then you will kill it. You have killed it, of course, and you will get the reward. If you have not reached 0, then you need to attack more. Then of course you go back to this scene. You're gonna think if you're gonna harvest energy or you're gonna attack the dragon. Okay, so this experience is done. We're gonna test it on our test on device. Okay, here we go. Okay, so this is now my screen on my device. Let's go to Metaverse and see test device. Okay, here it is. Chosen map wizard. A magical dragon is destroying our village. Help save the village and slay the dragon. Before you can attack the dragon, harvest some energy to penetrate his magical force field. Go. Okay, what do you want to do? Okay, so let's try to push the attack dragon. Okay, so that's correct. So not enough energy. So what we need to do is we go to harvest energy. To harvest energy, one must mine. Okay, so hopefully I know the answer. Okay, so go 921. 9 is 12, I mean 91 is 12, it's 1092. Okay, I think I've already lost it. There, did I make it? Oh, too slow. Okay, it was too slow. This is rated as our time gate is, let's see, this is our time gate, so it's 10 seconds. No, that's a bit fast, you know. Okay, so let's try again. Hopefully go. Now let's just a repeat. 1092. You have 10 energy points. Okay, so that was a success. We have energy now, so we can go and attack the dragon. What do you want to do? So you have penetrated through his magical force field. Attack was success. Get more energy and attack the dragon. Okay, so in my screen in the background I'm checking. Okay, so we decremented 10 points, and for our energy we decremented 5 points, so that means I can still attack the dragon. There, you have penetrated through. Okay, so what do you want to do? Let's try to attack dragon again. Okay, so that's it. Not enough energy, so we can do this until the dragon dies. Then we're gonna get our badge, this one, our badge there. So I'm just gonna exit this one. Okay, so hopefully you would enjoy and make this tutorial, this experience also to your students. This is very fun in the classroom. Okay, so thank you guys and keep it up.